somebody who stands out to me, who I've heard you mention before, who has a massive association to our channel, like a lot of people love him, is Jocko. And like at some point your career paths crossed.
Yeah.
What was that like? I mean, did you manage to soak up any leadership? I know there's a funny moment, but did you manage to soak up any like leadership or?
Yeah, I mean, Jocko was the ultimate leader. So on those training trips, not a lot of guys worked out because we were pretty beat down, right? And I remember I was always the guy that got up in the morning, went and worked out because I just love working out. And I remember it was like 6 a.m. or I don't know, might even been earlier, I don't remember. And I'm walking to the gym to get a quick workout in before breakfast and before we start our day. And I see this guy walking out of the gym. And I'm like, what the fuck who is this? And I didn't know who he was at the time. And he was just this big ogre looking dinosaur of a man. And it was Jocko. And I was like, dude, this dude's already been up working out. And, I'm, lagging and I'm trying to get a quick workout in. And I think I'm tough. And it's like, no, this dude he was. And just the way he spoke, the way he carried himself. Jocko was awesome. He was the training commander so when I was going through my deployment, he was the OIC of our training command. And so he would come and he would put us through some of the gnarliest training ops because all of his platoons were very decorated, they did a lot of operations. They lost some guys. And so he pushed us in our training so that we knew that anything that we went overseas and did would not be as hard as what the training that we went through. And I remember being at in our land warfare phase. And I mean, basically what they would do is they'd put guys down in the platoon. Like, you're down, which means like you're shot, you're hurt. And now the rest of the guys have to carry him and his gear and continue on. And we were doing these like long, it was a nighttime op. And I want to say we were walking like, I don't know, 5-10 clicks, something like that to get out. And basically everyone in the platoon was put down except for me and one other guy. And so you'd have to pick a guy up and like you had like 10 guns on you and you'd carry this guy for whatever, 100, 400 meters, drop him down, run back, grab another guy, pick him up. And it was just gnarly. And Jocko was there and he just kind of like watched us do it all. And he just put us through this insane training. And I just remember like, realizing like, this guy's doing this for a reason. He's not doing this to be a dick. He's not doing this just to like make us suffer. It's like, no, we're doing this for a reason. And he was just a really great leader. The funny one is where we're on this we're at a different training set, and it's basically where you just get tasked with a mission, you go do the mission, you come back, you debrief, you get tasked with another mission, and it's like 48 hours of this. And at that time, you're pretty tired, so you're not getting any sleep. And we come back from like our third mission, and I'm like a new guy. So like new guys, like you don't want to stand out. You're not trying to like, be seen. And they had all these big chairs and it was hot and it was morning time. We sat down to debrief and I literally just like out like in seconds. And I wake up to Jocko right here. And he's like, oh, good, you're awake. We can begin now. And I'm like, my face just was like, I just like stood up and I'm like, oh shit. And he was just an awesome leader, the way he carried himself. He didn't yell, like, he just like had a stern voice. Didn't need to yell. It just got what he wanted to say across in a very level tone. But you knew what he said, you listened, right? When he talked, you listened. It wasn't like, oh, somebody's talking. No, like you like, what's this guy gonna say? I want to know, right? And so, phenomenal leader. Learned a lot, as much as I could from the amount of time I got to spend around him, which wasn't a ton of time, but a little bit.
Just a quick pause from the episode for a short but important message from our sponsors, Element. If you're feeling flat lately, low energy, brain fog, struggling to focus, there's a good chance it's not a lack of motivation and it's not caffeine either. It's hydration, or more specifically, lack of electrolytes. But water on its own actually doesn't hydrate you properly unless your body has the electrolytes it needs to absorb it. That's why we use Element. Element just dropped their 12-ounce sparkling cans, and I've been drinking these things non-stop. They're so convenient. I don't just drink them around workouts. I'll drink them whilst I'm on the go, if I'm at work, or if I need them when I'm in a pinch. And they have flavors like black cherry salt, orange salt, lemonade salt, and pineapple salt. All of them have a solid dose of electrolytes that help keep your focus and energy where it should be. If you don't believe me on how much we drink these things, this fridge looks like we've got tons of cans in there. They're all empty because we pretty much drank them all. It's trusted by everyone from elite athletes to military units to doctors and professionals, which says a lot. Element backs it as well. They offer a no questions asked refund. So if you don't like it, you get your money back. And if you live in the US, you get added bonus of getting free shipping. For a limited time, our viewers are getting free sample packs with your first order by heading to drinkelement.com/Mulligan or go to link in the description. Once again, that's drinkelement.com/Mulligan or go to link in the description or the pinned comment and get your free sample pack today. Try it, see how you feel, and then decide. Let's get back to the episode.
You mentioned about your wrestling coach as well, who created
Craig Martin. Yeah, my high school wrestling coach was awesome. Like, he was the most intense. Like, same thing, like, didn't have to yell unless he did. And when he did, he did. But man, this guy had he had a kidney transplant my junior or senior year. I can't remember which year. And I'm talking in a month, maybe 2 weeks, he's back on the wrestling mat, wrestling with us. And he would get so fired up and so intense, and his face would turn purple. And I just fucking loved it, man. Because like, some people don't like to get yelled at. And it never bothered me because I knew if he was yelling at me, he cared. He cared enough to, like, his face almost exploded because he was like so mad that he's talking to us. And so, yeah, Craig Martin, he doesn't coach anymore, but man, he was a phenomenal wrestling coach. Just, he cared. And he worked hard to make sure that you were good at what you did, and you knew he gave us all the knowledge that he could give us. And a lot of coaches you don't find that leadership out there, right? Like, wanting to share, wanting to really care about your athlete and how they are and what they do and how they compete. And when you find those guys, man, grab a hold and listen hard.
I was going to say, is there anyone else who stands out over your careers, like whether it's in CrossFit or in the military, that like really guided you and had an impact on you?
Yeah, another guy, Brennan Looney. He died in my last deployment. We weren't in the same platoon. He was in a different place, and actually my second platoon. Sorry. He was the guy who showed up, and so he was an officer. He was actually a Naval Academy guy. Played lacrosse at the Naval Academy. And when it came to like physically like working out and stuff, there wasn't like, I didn't have a guys that like, pushed me very hard. And I remember Brennan showing up, and then we're down, we're in Alaska actually. And we're getting ready to do I was getting ready to do like a VersaClimber workout. You know what a VersaClimber is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, and I don't remember what it was, but Brennan walks in the room. He's this kind of bigger, thicker, stronger guy, and kind of goofy though, kind of like smiled and laughed a lot. Just a really humble guy. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do this. He's like, oh yeah, I'll hop on with you. And I remember like, we're doing it. And I look over at and he's like fucking beating me, and I'm pissed. And I'm like, what is going on? And then he became my squad leader. And just like the way he carried himself, no matter what, got the job done, figured it out, didn't need to yell. Just he led by example more so than anything, and that was the kind of guy I always wanted to be. So yeah, Brendan was a phenomenal dude. His stories out there. He's got I think there's a book about him. Anyway, yeah, Brendan Looney was a phenomenal leader, guy I aspired to be like, the way he carried himself.